What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So check it out. We have to break down Palantir stock in this one. Take a look at the charts as we are up over 2% right now. And earlier in the day, we were up even more than that as the stock was over $22 per share. So I want to break down the charts, my thoughts, and what I'm doing with Palantir stock. As you guys know, I recently started buying it. And yesterday, you guessed it, I bought even more of the stock. So I want to break down what I'm doing, my thoughts, all that good stuff. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and follow along for more, and let's dive right into the video. Cheers, by the way, guys. I'm actually almost out. Actually, I am out of my coffee, which you guys know what that means. It's time for another coffee, but we'll get it after this video, and let's just get into it. So Palantir stock right now is up almost 2.5% on the day, and earlier in the day it was over $22. It was at $22.07 to be exact. And you guys can see all pre-market this morning we were actually under 21 bucks for the most part, right? And then once the markets open, which it looks like we opened at $20.90, give or take a couple cents, once we opened up, we saw a huge run from $20.90 all the way to about $22 in the first hour of trading. And since that point, you guys can see we have given back some of the gains. We're down about, 60, 70 cents from the highs earlier today, or about 3%, but still we're up 2.5% on the day. So at one point, that means we were up over 5% on the day. But yeah, we're selling off a bit, profit taking, whatever you want to call it, and we're still up on the day. So what we're noticing is the bulls are not quite yet fully in charge yet, but we are seeing buying pressure, right? We're taking out the highs from yesterday, which, mind you, yesterday morning we rallied out of the gate as well. We opened up yesterday at $20.60 and we got to $21.15 in the next, or after we opened up, in the 30 minutes following us opening up yesterday. And notice again today, clearly we took out the highs from yesterday, and even with this pullback, which again we're down about 3% from the intraday highs today, we're still well above the highs from yesterday, even with this pullback, right? Again, yesterday we peaked at $21.15, and now we're at $21.40, which you guys can see right here, right? We're well above the highs from yesterday, which is a great sign in the short term for the bulls. Now, if I pull up this 5-day, 5-minute chart, you guys can see with today's move over 22 bucks, we're taking out the highs not only from yesterday, but also from pretty much all of last week, except for Tuesday, I think, and obviously Monday, which is when we got Palantir's number. So this is looking pretty good, in my opinion, for the starting signs of a reversal on the 5-day chart, on the intraday chart. And as you pull the layers back even more, you'll notice, okay, wait a second, we're still under the 180 moving average here on the 1-hour chart, which, mind you, that's actually where we got rejected at $22 earlier in the day. So that ideally, should break for the bulls, right? That'd be ideal, which we're not quite yet breaking out of that. But once we do, in my opinion, guys, this could be sailing, smooth sailing to the upside from there, maybe back towards $23, and we can see some other key levels, right? $23.60 is a big spot. Obviously, $25, $26, that's where we were roughly after the earnings came out. That's another big spot, and even before earnings, we were in the mid-20s, right? You guys remember that. So, yeah. PLTR needs to get out of this $22 level, $22.25. We got to get out of there on this 20-day 1-hour chart. Let me set some alerts. I'll do one at $22, and I'll do another one slightly above that as well, $22.25. Mark is at or above. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. And you guys know on the 4-hour time frame, clearly, we're still holding an uptrend. Clearly, buying pressure is coming in the low 20s right now, but we're not fully breaking out quite yet, which, again, brings me back to that $22.25 level, $23, that general, area, that general range. that needs to break for the overall uptrend on this 4-hour chart and on the yearly chart to confirm and continue, right? Which clearly we are continuing or holding an uptrend here, but we got to confirm the breakouts, right? So you guys know me. I've been buying Palantir post earnings, right? I started my position at $21.50. I added more yesterday at $20 and I think 80, 90 cents, right in that ballpark. And I'll continue to add more in the low 20s, and especially if it gets under $20 per share, like I've said, which I don't know if it's going to do that. Obviously, nobody knows because we can't tell the future, but if it does somehow get into the high teens again, you know me, guys, I'll be a big buyer. But for now, I'm just slowly DCAing in the low 20s, and I'm already up on my position for whatever it's worth. Obviously, I'm not selling, and obviously, this is a long-term hold, so we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, for me, guys, this is the accumulation range, 16 to $20, that general range, you know, that $4 or $5 window. If we're in this for quite some time, this window, I will be accumulating, shares of Palantir pretty much on a weekly basis, bi-weekly. It depends. Obviously, if it shoots off to $30 tomorrow, I'm not going to average up at $30 most likely. But, we'll see how it plays out. Time will tell, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, as always. And don't forget to follow along for more and subscribe. Come on, guys. If you want to see more content, make sure you guys do that. I appreciate you all for tuning in, as always. And oh, by the way, I almost forgot the Patreon portfolio. If you guys want to be a part of the Patreon in general, watch me build out my $100 per week Patreon portfolio, which I started simply for you guys to show you how to build a portfolio from scratch with a smaller amount of money per week. Check it out on Patreon, link down below, the QR code's right here, or go to StasserFest.com/Patreon. I'm also posting charts in there, my ideas throughout the day, throughout the week, plus more, guys, so check it out. I'll see you in there. And with that being said, cheers from me and my empty coffee. Let's continue on here with some other stocks. What's going on with, let's see, the meme stocks, which are surging yet again. We have AMC up right now about 36%, which earlier in the day, guys, if you saw it, it was at $13 in the pre-market. So this is why you gotta be careful with these meme stocks, the GameStops, the AMCs, the Blackberries, the this, the that, because look, people get suckered in the pre-market, they get the FOMO, they start buying, right? And now look at it. It's down pretty much 50% from where it was in the pre-market, and I guarantee you a lot of people, well, the proof's in the pudding. It's here. A lot of people are getting rinsed right now on this trade, especially if they bought long in the pre-market. Same thing with GME, guys. This thing is literally down over 50%. It was at $80 in the pre-market on the dot, $80, and now it's at $39.50. You got to be careful, guys. You got to be careful. And I'm not telling you not to trade, not to buy, not to do this. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't control what you're doing, obviously, but please trade at your own risk, guys, with these types of stocks, especially because this could happen. You could lose all your money like that, half of your money like that, and if you're putting money in that you're not willing to lose, you could easily get screwed. Easily. And how do I know this? Well, because I'm speaking from experience, right? I've been trading, investing in the stock market for a decade now, pretty much. And do you think I've been flawless, a saint the entire time? Do you think I have not made mistakes? Well, if you think that, you're thinking wrong. I've made a ton of mistakes in 2020, 2021. I got caught up in this craze. Obviously, I didn't go all in with my life savings, but I did buy a decent amount of AMC, GameStop, an amount of money that I was willing to lose, and you bet your you-know-what, I lost it, right? I lost all the money pretty much. So, yeah, be careful, guys. I'll leave it at that. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Make sure to follow along for more and subscribe, guys. You got to do that. And don't forget to check out the Patreon at StasserFest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.